Damn it. Good morning, y'all. This is your boy Gerald. It is Thursday, the 7th of July, 2016. How is everybody doing? We're not even in the dog days of summer, but I understand that emotionally it feels like that now, don't it? I'm putting this video out. I'm not going to drag it out just to let everybody know that, hey, you're not alone. And right now, the devil think he winning. He does. And it's very, very important that you stay grounded and stay vigilant in what matters to you. Because only you have the keys to your legacy, your destiny. Right now, you're seeing a lot of activity dominating the media. I tell you that that media is used for one reason, and that is to sway and build your perception. That's why they do it, because if they didn't do it, there's no money. Bottom line, it is about revenue. So they like to keep you non-grounded. They like the fact that you are impulsive. They like the fact that you are not focusing on what matters most, and that is you. But I got to also throw this in the loop too, because those who know me, I try to have an unbiased viewpoint. And like Martin said, I just want to do God's will. I'm not focusing on the trivial, because the trivial is not going to ransom my emotional state. So it's very, very important that I have to stay vigilant in who I am, where my feet are, and stay focused on where I'm going. We live in an environment now, y'all, more evident than ever. Your children are under attack. Society wants your children to lose sight in who they are to be. They don't want them to dream. They don't want them to want to be the very best them. So we're going to make sure that there are some parameters already in place, that if the potholes and the obstacles don't set you back, economics will do the trick. Let me tell you something. Now more than ever, if you don't have a relationship with your spirituality, I'm not going to sit up here and weigh the doctrines. I'm just going to say this. If you don't have a relationship with God, you're not going to have a relationship with yourself. And if you don't have a relationship with yourself, you're not going to know where you're going, but more or less, you're not going to realize where you are at this moment. And that may be the reason why the foundation of those who have access to your life is being revealed the way it is. Why? Because we are what we attract. I've been echoing this from day one. Because your life is priceless. There'll never be another you. You're not supposed to be sitting around feeling abused, feeling a hostage in your mind, feeling that you are being disfranchised. But in return, you got to be able to ground your feet, speak your truth, and have the courage to claim your life. Bottom line, you got to make a choice. So therefore, we're talking about the spiritual realm, because it is about free will. It is about making a choice. It is about that dividing line of us and they. Now let's make this also known. See, there's a prophecy that is being perpetrated that was already put in place several hundred years ago. Unfortunately, we live in a nation where there are those that do not agree with what the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, what it should have stand for. But I understand, because when you dig a little deeper, they were all written with a certain perspective. Not all, but some. But guess what? That doesn't give you a pass for bad behavior. There are people that look just like you, y'all. Look just like you, that don't want you to love you, that want to keep you distracted, that want to keep you feeling like you are enslaved. See, that's the role of the opportunist, because the role of the opportunist is nothing but the physical manifestation of what that Jezebel spirit does. Because see, Jezebel works for the devil, the great deceiver, the lion in the brush. And guess what? They're the ones sitting in the front row doing this. Every time you embarrass yourself, every time you defile yourself, every time you don't claim yourself. That's why it's so important that you, when you're going to be, I keep myself together. You can't turn around and say it's them if you in the midst of the problem. Cut your grass before you come complain about your neighbor. You'll see the snakes that are waiting to bite you. Sometimes the snakes are your family. Sometimes the snakes are the people that have been in your life over extended period of times, only to wait for the moment to strike. That's what that opportunist does, to drain you of your natural resources. How about your spiritual energy? How about to drain you from the ability to reproduce? I know I'm talking to someone. Does it surprise you, kings and queens, you can't get rid of that urge? You can't get enough of draining yourself. She can't get enough of another body laid up on top of you, only to leave physical, spiritual, and emotional scars. Because see, come on, queen, why you think you look like a flower? Can't see everything on the outside. Everything on the outside don't mean it's good on the inside. And every flower don't smell good. There's a reason why things are revealed the way they are. But you got to have the courage. Love yourself more. Allow clarity to reveal and show you what you need. Anything that you need, you must speak it into existence first before it can manifest. But what a lot of people don't realize is you also got to do the work. You can't have the payoff without the investment. You are the investment. So why does it surprise you that, oh, here they come? to knock you on your knees, keep you on your back, to rob you of your mind, to keep you feeling impaired. You're impaired because you choose to remain in that environment. You choose to give up your free will. Hold on, y'all. Go sit down right there, Tyson. Sit down. Lay down. So y'all don't see him. Tyson's, he would be to your right. Yeah. But I'm going to segue this because I want y'all to know something. I can say for at least the last 30 years, there's been I know at least since I can remember 87, 86, they've been trying. Unfortunately, there are people that live amongst us that don't want you to live in harmony, don't want you to live in peace. And guess what? They look just like you. Yeah, they are. They may be your family members. They may be your colleagues you go to work with. They may be someone close enough to have access to your life, only to distract you from what you're supposed to do. And they're going to use every ploy they can to keep you from seeing it. That's why manipulation is dangerous. But those people who wield that as a tool always reap what you sow. You can't get benefit without investment. So guess what? Wherever the action is, the reaction comes. Just like the tide flows twice in 24 hours. What you put out comes back. But now more and more, y'all gotta be, I want y'all to understand. I know right now there's a lot of division going on amongst mankind. You have women that have been bruised and victimized, but do not take accountability of their actions. Socially having a platform to destroy men, to emasculate men. But the same energy, they secretly think they want to be men, which is very hypocritical. You want to destroy what you wish to be, which you will never be, because you were made and birthed as female. You are the nurturer, so therefore you can't nurture or wield your gift of spiritual essence until you come into your own. Therefore, that means you got to know you. Doesn't matter how your hips sway. It doesn't matter how supple your breasts are, especially when your mind is void. What is a masterpiece without being on the campus to be seen? It is void. So there's a requirement, a responsibility for you to bring it out. Because everything that you need, y'all, was given the moment you took your first breath. I keep trying to tell you this, but we're falling victim to how society wants to mold and society wants to project people in a certain light. There's only one true light. But the devil's going to try. He's going to try. And what is a house that cannot stand if we're not together? Because see, right now, y'all, fear is winning. Yeah, it is. Because right now, as the masses, we're so divided. We don't know if we're coming or going. And we are putting price tags on our backsides, thinking that will give us more time. Time delayed is time not paid, but you're going to pay. That's why it's required. Stop wearing the shoe that it don't fit. Take the rock out the shoe. How about take the shoes off completely? So right now, y'all, I'm going to bring this home and I want y'all to listen to me. See, right now, socially, there's a great divide. There's been a whole lot of injustice going on. But just keep in mind, what you don't realize is somewhere there's a boardroom and there's a bunch of suits sitting at that boardroom with the intentions to make money off of your destruction. You do understand people make money when you tear up your stuff. Then they turn around and use that as leverage to get you to do what they want you to do in promising better services. You do realize that, right? And unfortunately, there has been 2 police-related shootings. Before you are quick to assume and judge by what is being portrayed on TV, make sure that all things that need to be taken in for consideration have been given. Far too many, we're losing our children at alarming rates. We're losing our loved ones at alarming rates. We are losing our minds as if there is no tomorrow. And you know what's sad is? The people that don't want to see you grow, the people that don't want you to be the best you, the people that look just like you, that have been plotting for your downfall since day one, are waiting for you to do something to set your life back. They've been waiting. This is what opportunities do, y'all. They get as close as they can to you so that when the fall comes, they can revel in it. They can turn around and use that as a false platform of, see, that's why, to justify bad behavior. Don't fall for the okie doke, y'all. Don't fall for what you see on TV. Do the research. Let it add up before you place judgment. Because I'm going to tell you what, y'all. There are a lot of people that breathe hate on all sides of humanity. You have people that breed and spew hatred and separatism. There's no advancement, y'all, in division. Because 1 minus 1 equals none. And guess what? What you don't realize, you got the top 1% that wants you to do the work. Does it surprise you that now more than ever, our streets are flooded with guns? Flooded with drugs. Our health is being placed at risk. So if that pitfall don't get your baby, that one's going to. If that setback don't get her, maybe this will stunt her growth. Do not be the new fool. You have a choice. Finally have the courage to have that conversation with God so he can give you clarity. Let those people that have access to you walk away from them. If they don't have a relationship with God, they'll never have a relationship with you because they don't have a relationship with themselves. So guess what? It's not blessed. It's not blessed. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they possess. It is all false. It is nothing but a tool to distract you for what you really need. I told you, we live in an environment of cubic zirconian people. A cubic zirconia looks like a diamond, but can't measure it no matter how big it is. So keep in mind, be mindful of what you say. Be mindful for the company that you keep. Be mindful for what matters most. Because I'm going to tell you what, there's somebody that you will never know that is banking that you will not make the decisions needed for your life, only to reap the revenue. So what matters more? Validation today or your direction tomorrow? But you're going to have the courage to do the work. You're going to have the courage to do it. God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. Queens, I kept telling you, and I'm going to keep telling you, it is not your place to find your mate. Your responsibility is to prepare. You got to understand, if it ain't yoked, it ain't blessed. See your worth and claim your life back. Peace.